Welcome back and a happy Monday morning. It's 4:46 here. Luckily, we are kicking our week off with quiet weather, but we're back on Gulf Watch later this week as we track more tropical moisture in the Gulf of Mexico. But here's what the next 3 days hold for us. Quite warm for late September, and tomorrow, the first day of October, it is going to be rather hot. A high of 89 tomorrow, 89 on Wednesday. And we're not looking at much in the way of rain or moisture over the next several days. So it's still going to be pleasant, and if you can find the shade, it'll be okay, but certainly warm in the afternoons, not getting you in the fall spirit just yet. We are going to be watching that tropical moisture. That's going to be moving our way by Thursday and Friday. I've got a decent chance of rain later this week, and then once we get into the end of the week, we start to probably see that rain get pushed down more so into the Gulf of Mexico. But certainly Thursday and Friday, chances for tropical rains are on the increase. Now, we don't expect this to be from a hurricane, but it is tropical moisture from a tropical wave and disturbed weather in the Gulf. So here's what we're watching here. The National Hurricane Center says that we're not going to see anything develop in the next couple of days. It's really towards the end of the week and even into this upcoming weekend, we'll have a higher chance. Now, this area you see here hatched out, this is where a center could form. And what this tells you, it doesn't necessarily tell you a path. It tells you that you could have low pressure forming anywhere basically in the Gulf of Mexico by this weekend. So we're going to have a large area of moisture taking over the Gulf. It's going to sit there for days, and we will probably see multiple areas of low pressure develop. What does that mean? Well, if we can have multiple areas of low pressure, hopefully we can keep things on the weaker and messy side. Now, I do think there's a decent chance of a depression forming, maybe a tropical storm by this weekend, but once again, we could have a couple low pressures trying to form here, so which one becomes the dominant one, we'll have to wait and see. So this is Thursday into Friday. Notice that tropical moisture starting to approach us, but look at all the tropical moisture in the Gulf of Mexico and down into the Caribbean. That's where it's going to hang out into the weekend here, and this is when we start to see areas of low pressure. This specific model has a couple low pressures across the Gulf of Mexico by this weekend. You can see there, for us, we're on the dividing line. South of us is tropical moisture. To the north of us is a lot of dry air. Now, what's interesting, the steering currents this weekend. If something does form down there, the steering currents are a bit tricky. We've got a ridge to our west. That would send anything to the west. We've got a ridge, though, to our southeast. That would try to tug anything this direction. So it just depends on where it tries to form in the Gulf of Mexico, on which steering currents it feels. If it's further down here, it may get trapped down into the southern Gulf. If it's closer to over here in the eastern Gulf, it may get pulled towards Florida. But either scenario, I'm feeling okay about this for us. Now, with that being said, development's still not a guarantee. Slow development, could it be a messy system? Yes, the concern is low, but we should monitor. I will say this is a very a forecast full of caveats here of this or that, and it depends on this or that, and so there's just a lot of unknowns right now, and we expect that. There's nothing down there right now, so we'll just have to wait and see. But right now, my concern level is low. This is not looking like a Helene repeat for anyone, but something to certainly monitor. Elsewhere, it's very busy. We've got Isaac, we've got Joyce, and we've got future Kirk forming. This is going to be a powerful hurricane by the end of this week. Luckily, it is staying out to sea, but it looks like that'll be a major storm here by the end of the week. So right now, the overall message is we're starting the week off dry. We will see some rain Thursday and Friday. Tropical moisture comes our way. A weak front will come in too. It'll probably push it back down into the Gulf, and I think the tropical development would be more likely into the weekend here. Now, where that goes is the big question. Right now, models are not thinking us, but you know how that goes. Something we'll certainly monitor. And with more rain as we go into Thursday and Friday, Brandon, highs are in the low 80s.